My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. We break down full fight cards every single week. We give you our picks, our bets, and our fantasy plays. Make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our content. And this is brought to you by Earn You. Earn You is the world's first sports and esports prediction game, allowing you to earn crypto risk-free. Check it out now at earnu.com. And ODDSJAM. ODDSJAM has the fastest real-time data integrations to spot discrepancies between different sportsbooks and helping users place risk-free bets. Check them out at oddsjam.com. Next up, at UFC Vegas 51, we have Miguel Baeza taking on Andre Fialho. Miguel Baeza, 10-2 overall, 3-2 in his last five, riding a two-fight skid. Andre Fialho, 14-4 overall, 4-1 in his last five, coming off a loss in his UFC debut. Andre Fialho is a striker with a nice double jab, heavy kicks, and solid takedowns when he needs them. He has legitimate power in his hands, but I would say his kicks are his biggest asset. He will kick your legs, your body, and your head. He'll mix up inside and outside leg kicks, and he uses them really well. His issue, though, is his defense needs work. Michel Pereira doubled his strikes in his last fight, and before his run in the UFC, Chris Curtis dropped him multiple times and hit him with every single jab or straight that he threw. Miguel Baeza is a very good technical striker with solid BJJ. He's coming off two losses, but he is making improvements and he has solid fight IQ. He does a really good job using his kicks to take away his opponent's legs and wear down their cardio. He's very tough, but he does have some chin issues. Chaos Williams was the first to actually knock him out, but we have seen him rocked in the past. And Jacob, you and I got into a literal screaming match over his chin.
I wanted to bring that. I was wondering if you remembered that because that
I remembered that.
Yeah, I figured he would because I was on the wrong side. There was you said he's chinny.
I said he has chin issues.
He's not like, chinny. He's not. And my whole thing was he's never been knocked out. Yeah, he gets hit, but he's never been. He just gets flatlined by Williams. Jesus Christ, what a joke.
I loved when that happened. And it's easy to look at the result of that Chaos Williams fight and assume Baeza was dominated.
Kalen. Oh, it is what? Chaos. Sorry. I don't. You said Chaos. I was like, no, it's Kalen. Sorry.
Anyway, you could look at that and say, well, Miguel Baeza was dominated, but he really wasn't. He looked really good in that fight up until the knockout. He was very dangerous on the ground as well. He landed lots of nice shots. Like, he looked good leading up to that loss. And the same can be said about Fialho. While he was essentially dominated by Pereira, but if you look at his other fights, he is better than that one Pereira fight. He has an incredible chin. He's got solid power. And this should be a really fun fight to watch, and it could be fireworks on the feet. I do think Baeza's more technical striking and his grappling will be the difference. So Baeza's the pick, but he needs to avoid Fialho's power because some of these people, when their chin goes, it goes. And now, he could have gone from incredible chin to just knockout after knockout. But I like Baeza here. If you go back, watch that Chaos Williams fight. He looked really good. I had picked Chaos Williams, and I was nervous up until that knockout because Baeza looked pretty solid. What do you think?
Yeah, I think he is the better fighter in this matchup, and he's going to be more technical and more well-rounded, really, than pretty much everyone that he fights. But the issue is, a lot of times he does have his hands down. Now we realized he's a little chinny, right? I mean, he is a little chinny, and if you hit him in the right spot, we've seen him get dropped time and time again, but he always came back from those drops, and that was my argument, right? Was, yeah, he gets knocked down, but he's always there. I mean, he gets clipped a little, but then he comes back and he wins the striking exchanges. Look how many times he gets hit. I mean, both these guys, I think you mentioned in your breakdown, but he gets hit a lot, but when he gets hit, he gets knocked down, and now he's getting knocked out, where Andre Fialho, if you watch that Michel Pereira fight, was getting clobbered, but was just eating it, man. He was just eating. Michel Pereira hits like a fucking truck. So if he's able to withstand those shots and was giving shots back on his own, because that second round was wild against Michel Pereira, he was trying to finish that fight, could not finish Andre. I think that this honestly is just a matchup of whose chin's better. And I know that I was going, I had my boys back in Miguel Baeza before his last fight that he had a decent chin, but I can't trust anymore, man. He is the better fighter in this matchup. But if this is just a slugfest, which I think it actually turns into, I've seen Andre's chin hold up. I've seen Baeza's not. Baeza is the better fighter in this matchup. I'm taking the chin and Andre. And honestly, I kind of hope I'm wrong. I like Miguel Baeza. I think he's good for the division and the UFC. He's a fun guy to watch, but I got to take Andre.
Well, it didn't take you long to just bail on the guy after screaming at me in that breakdown.
You were 100% right, Angelo. I couldn't believe it. It was the first time you're right and the last time you're right, but it was well done to you.
Yeah, well, thanks so much. $8,700 in DraftKings. His chin does make me nervous because Andre Fialho does have a solid chin, but he's so stupid hittable. And Miguel Baeza is very good. 87. I wish he was 83. 83, I'd snatch it up all day. 87, I'll take a look, and he might end up in my lineup because there's a lot of people I don't love in this DraftKings, but I also do think it's a more and more. I think these guys go at it for a little bit, and the strikes are basically even. I think it's almost an even fight. I like Baeza to win, but I don't think he should be a 2-1 favorite. So I think more and more a Monkey Knife Fight. What do you think of DraftKings and Monkey Knife Fight?
DraftKings, Andre is probably going to be in my lineup. Monkey Knife Fight, probably a more and more. Because Baeza's slick, man. That's the reason why he is chinny, but he is slick in his movement, so he doesn't get hit a ton. But when he gets hit, it's going to be an issue in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. And but we both agree on the more and more with Monkey Knife Fight. Check that out at WeWantPicks.com/MKF. And if you want $50 free, 50 for free from us to you, go to WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners. Make a deposit. Let us know after you do, and we send you $50 as a thank you.